Hello, my dear Taurus. This is this person's most likely action, but also the evolution of the relationship. And this is what they would want to have happen. We saw the Nine of Wands. I felt they were very nervous for that they have pushed you over the edge and possibly into someone else's arms, or you losing loyalty towards them and gaining loyalty somewhere else. And they wish to prevent this by communicating with you in such a way that they can win you back on their side. Okay, and this is their most likely action, and we have the Queen of Swords here with the Judgment. So basically I'm just seeing them being kind of very scared of your judgment, Queen of Swords, and these are them kind of shivering underneath the wrath of your armies here. Okay, interesting. So this is this person's intentions, and we have the Five of Pentacles. I definitely feel like they have been playing a game of who is going to own being the person that's least liked, least cherished, least respected. I feel like this person has not the best self-esteem. Entering the relationship with you, they were trying to push this feeling over to you. So by saying that maybe you weren't entirely worthy of their love, maybe they were cold towards you because you weren't attractive enough, or you want maybe the partner for them, or they haven't entirely chosen you. But this is their own feelings of shame and humility, and frankly they disrespect themselves, and they have tried to displace this feeling onto you by making you feel unworthy. This seems to be one of their subconscious life goals. I don't think any person, they might have had it a little bit as a conscious goal. Let's say they feel like self-enhanced and feeling like they're entitled to criticize other people, to kind of tell them that maybe they are not the best bargain, but I have to, I needed to settle with you, or maybe if you could, maybe you could earn more money or become more beautiful, and then I could love you more. Here we see the Two of Swords. Two of Swords is Libra, as is the Queen of Swords. You might have been dealing with the Libra or another air sign, Aquarius, Gemini. A person that's playing with communication in a way that makes them seem as the eligible one, like the one that everyone desires, and you are the one kind of poor Cinderella that they just accepted into their arms out of charity, or into their life out of charity. The Two of Swords probably shows that this person has a disconnected emotional life, but I'm going to clarify this with the Lovers Oracle. Karmic relationship. So they're very triggered by this relationship. There might be push and pull, tug back and forth between you through many lifetimes. I'm feeling a situation where they might have tried to make themselves free of the love for you for many lifetimes. I don't know why. I don't have the full story with just these two cards, but I'm feeling like there's a self-interest in pretending like you are not good enough, or they don't want you. They might have said no to you, or maybe degraded you, maybe made a marriage proposal in a previous lifetime just to take it back, or to humiliate you in some way. And I feel like it was a lot of pain and anger that made this person act like this, but I don't think it was your fault. I feel again like some kind of displacement of anger and bitterness, and I don't understand the whole story here. Maybe it can be that this person has been treated in a way that was that made them feel disgraced by their family, by their tribe, in some way that they weren't good enough. and they found an scapegoat in you in some way. This is how they view you. Ten of Swords, so the scapegoat, the one that we sacrifice to make ourselves look good or to make ourselves come out scot-free from a situation. So they know that they have treated you badly in many ways, but rather you than them. This doesn't look like a romantic relationship when we look at it like this, but this is the deepest essence of a relationship, either romantic, or it can be a father to a son, or it can be co-workers acting like this towards each other, trying to prove who is the best, who's the most worthy, and maybe trying to degrade the other person. And it comes out of a place that where we think nothing is enough, or that I'm not enough, or that I can't be enough for other people. So we need to compete about the one place, the one person that's kind of held in high esteem, and say you are enough, but this person, they are not enough. So they feel like there's a scarcity and that they need to elbow themselves to the place where people will see them as enough. So we can see this in love. That's usually one person that is more into the relationship than the other, calls more, gives more present or gifts, or gives of their time, or being more available. And the other person might feel as a winner in this situation, that they are not showing the same hostility or inviting the other person in the same way, or calling them in the same way. So it's as if they are actually kind of stealing love from them in a way, because they look like the person that doesn't care, and the other person is the sucker that cares. So this is the energy I'm getting from this. This is how they view the relationship, and it's the Hierophant, so it shows family, tribe. Maybe this is how they treat people in their family. I'm not sure, but the Hierophant shows that this person probably wants this kind of dynamic to go on into the future. That's why they're so scared of you, kind of feeling like, to hell with this, I want to be with someone that treats me better. Because they want to keep this dynamic so they can continue making you be the person that's not getting what you need, while they are the person that gets what they need. Because in their culture, the culture can be different, even if we live on the same street, even in the same family sometimes. But in their culture, there needs to be a winner and a loser. And they have decided that they should be the winner, and they're trying to make you the loser. This is what they would want to have happen. Queen of Pentacles. So again, I'm getting a marriage card. So they would want to keep you chained to them forever, I am sure. They would want you to stay with them so they can continue this dynamic for a very long time. With the Ten of Swords now, it's always deeper and deeper layers to these cards. I also feel that you might have left them, which kind of ended them having you as this supply, making it's like you have made them into being this special person by allowing them to make you less than special in their life. That by you allowing them to disrespect you, you gave them respect. By you allowing them to not give you the time of day, and you gave them the time of day, you make them feel special and valued, and like a good option, like a person that people would want, even if they are treated badly. So with the Eight of Wands, I felt like they want to get you back into this dynamic, and possibly offer you maybe offer you a ring, or offer you some kind of deal, if this is a business partner, or if it's a family situation. They might, if this is a romantic partner, they might say, okay, we can engage, we can marry, we can move in together, because as a forgiveness for what they have done in the past that made you feel like the Eight of Cups and the Queen of Swords, walking away from the situation, and possibly being interested in moving on with your life. So the most likely action, Six of Pentacles, trying to make things right on the surface at least, so they can get you back on their, getting back on your good side, so they can continue the dynamic between you two. So making compromises, acting like a friend, trying to be nice. Five of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles. Seem to need you to fulfill themselves. In the end, they will still be the same person that's not really emotionally engaged in this relationship. It's more what you can give them than what they feel. They try to have a closed heart. We can see this person closing their heart chakra. So they don't want to risk themselves in this relationship. But wedding rings might be offered, as I told you here. But I'm very sure that they won't offer you their heart or their love. So you will just feel like you're shackled to someone that doesn't really love you. Here we have the Hermit, and I feel that's your feeling. It's almost like your ghost has left your body and you're looking at this situation from a new dimension, another perspective. So whatever they did you here was probably the last straw that made you feel like enough is enough, and you see this person in a new light now. Both the Queen of Swords and the Hermit has very make very few excuses for other people. They see right through them. And here we have the Fool together with the Six of Swords. Fool and Six of Swords. Well, if you are the Fool to them, there will be a continuation of the relationship. Six of Pentacles, Six of Swords, both connected to the Lover's card. And they will try to solve things with you in a way that maybe compromise in a way that can make you stay in the relationship. But I'm also getting a possibility of you actually starting a new relationship with someone else. So clarify the Hermit here to begin with. Hand of Cards. You're seeing through their hand of cards. You're seeing through what they have been, what the game has been all about. And what is it that they're offering to you here? Heartbroken, deeply hurt, sad, separation, breakup, feeling lost, grieving and mourning. So this compromise is not going to lead to anything good in the end. It might be a good time for a while, but eventually you're going to end up in the same way, heartbroken. Mirror, mirroring each other's self-image, relationship reflect our wounds. So why have you allowed this person to degrade you? Didn't you think you were worthy of more? So this is the big question you need to start asking yourself. I saw that you already have done some work with the Nine of Pentacles, starting to fulfill your own needs. That's a good start in making yourself feel more worthy and feel more loved, at least by you, having your own back and not putting up with bullshit. This will help you to lift up your own self-esteem, so you won't be allowing someone treat you like this again, and that will lead to happiness, because when we don't allow BS, we can start to allow good things in our life. So I want to clarify the Five of Pentacles, and we have the Queen of Cups. So they're basically exploiting your love, letting you stand on the outside, banging their door and hoping to get in because you love them so much, and it feels very good for them that you love them, so that you allow them to dismiss you. Clarify how they feel. Knight of Wands. It's with this constellation of cards that we have here, it's a little bit narcissistic energy to this Knight of Wands, where a person is just using your feelings in the relationship to make things in the way that they want. So basically using and manipulating you. Not having really deep feelings. It's very egocentric. This Two of Swords, Knight of Wands energy. But it comes from a broken heart. They just don't want their heart to be broken. Better yours being broken. This is how they view you. The World card. So we see that there's a deeper familiarity in this relationship. You have known each other multiple lives before and danced this dance before. Probably as soon as they saw you, subconsciously they remembered and they felt like, oh, this person I can use to soothe my soul and to limit my pain. And you probably felt like, oh, that's the person I have loved and lost so many times. A familiarity can sometimes be a burden. We feel it's familiar, but what's familiar isn't always what's best for us. So here we have the family. So clarify this, how they view the relationship. And we have the Chariot. So they want it to continue, but they want them to be in control over this relationship, and you being like the disciple at their feet here, allowing them to rule the show. As this person is steering these two dragons. But you are a dragon. You don't have to allow them to do this, but it's your own dream and your own heart and your own love that's making you sacrifice yourself for this relationship. And it's a beautiful thing that you love like this, but you kind of need to reprogram yourself with self-love and self-respect so that you will understand that you don't need to give your love to what's familiar. You can give your love to someone that actually deserves it. So clarify what they would want to have happen. We have a 3 of Wands, so it's basically their master plan to continue. So reassuring that by maybe going into an agreement with you. The 3 of Wands is like a negotiation of making you steady supply there. Clarify the 6 of Pentacles, what they would want to have happen. Page of Swords. They are merely just a child that wants to protect themselves on the top of this tower from becoming hurt by others. And they're using you as a pawn in this game. You're also they see you as a person on the outside of them, and every person on the outside of them is the enemy. Clarify the 4 of Cups. And we have the Hermit. So Hermit. It shows that they were already this ghost that they kind of made you into. Now you also see the world in this clear, but also stripped away from dreams, but seeing like right through all people. This person have had this perspective, but it is what made them this callous person, because they didn't believe in love. They didn't believe that anything could be nice and beautiful, and no one could trust anyone else. For you, I think it's about taking in your shadow, so taking in the side to you that's are more judgmental and doesn't believe all fairy tales, but also that have hope of love in your heart and able to give your love to someone. I think they are a little bit more one-sided, that they have only this perspective of being very judgmental and thinking that the world is a horrible place with horrible people. Now you understand that maybe this person that you loved so much is also in some way a horrible person, but it doesn't strip you of your whole, the wider perspective that there's also love in the world. But they have this one perspective and they now gave it to you. It's actually a gift, even if it doesn't feel like it, because now you can take yourself out of this karmic cycle of loving what's familiar and blinding yourself to their true behavior towards you. Clarify the Hermit. And we have the 7 of Cups. You have probably been programmed to love people like this. You have had several people in your life that have behaved like this, and therefore you think that this is how love should feel. The more pain the person gives you, the more love you feel, the more attached you get to them. This is something that you need to put a lot of effort into healing, first by loving and honor yourself, but you might also want to seek out therapy, or also doing different methods to heal yourself in the depths. For example, taking 5 minutes every day to stay with your pain and localize with your pain, and sending a lot of love to your pain. Your attention is love. When you ignore your pain, it grows in the darkness and it hungers and it wants like what a child wants. Let's say that a child is abused by their parent. They will still have this unconditional love towards their parent and want them to come back and be nice. And that's kind of what I'm seeing for you as well. That these are the wound that led you to end up in this situation. Clarify the Fool. What's the possibilities here? 6 of Cups. So 666. I feel like this is this person reconciling with you, but there's also a possibility of second chances, you healing your childhood. So there's 2 alternative roads here. You reconcile with this person for another go at this, same old, or you start the big healing journey where the adult you helps to heal your inner child and give it the love that it never got and the security and the respect that you so much needed. Clarify the 6 of Swords. 6 of Swords. So it's up to you to decide how you want to solve this situation, what choices you want to make. Every choice you make, even if it is going back to this situation and doing it all over, will bring the solution one day. You will get wiser and wiser for every lap at this karmic situation, and it will one day you will just have an allergic reaction to the whole situation and just walk away, because then you have learned everything that is to learn from this situation and you won't love this person anymore. But you can also choose to actually end it now, maybe with still love in this person for your heart, but choosing to give this love to yourself and freeing yourself. And by freeing yourself, you also free the people around you that's in the same boat as you, doing the same thing, bending their head for the same people, letting other people use them and abuse them in the name of love. So it's up to you, and neither of your choices is wrong. I'm going to take a card from the Wisdom of the Hidden Realms to see what the Divine would want to advise you here. Flow, letting go, natural movement. 36. The River Queen. The River Queen flows into your life as an ally to remind you about the concept of allowing and the law of non-attachment. Remember that all rivers come from the mountains and run to the sea, to be absorbed by the larger body of water. I think we are having the 6 of Swords here. There, the liquid evaporates into clouds that rain on the mountains to continue an endless cycle of fluidity. So both karmic relationships, but also your longer journey as a soul in the bigger perspective. The River Queen requires you to be fluid and to let go of rigidity and perfectionism. You will travel far as long as you let go and let flow. So perfectionist can, for example, be that denying what is and saying this isn't how it should be and want to make the situation perfect. That might not be possible at this point in time because both you and your partner have too deep of a wounds to be able to love each other from a place of clarity. You will return to the subconscious and reenact your dramas over and over again, and by that also hurting each other over and over again. You will travel far as long as you let go and let flow, even maneuvering around the greatest blockage like water streams around big boulders. For example, not engaging in this relationship anymore, and then the problem is gone. You will still have the longing for this person in the heart, but you can let that go down the river again and again. Every time you think of this person, you say, okay, yes, I still love you, but our relationship wasn't healthy, and I let you go. And you can see this person for your inner mind going down the stream. So doing this even 50 or 100 times a day is going to help you to let go and move on. First 3 days you may still think of the person, but then suddenly you will realize, oh, I'm no longer thinking about the person. Of course then you're thinking about the person, but it's just continue this exercise, and and in the same time do great things for yourself, take care of yourself, support yourself, make your own life worth living even without this person. Even if it right now it might feel like they are the thing that makes life worth living, but it isn't like that. It's just what's familiar, and that you're aiming towards creating perfection out of a non-perfect situation. You're trying to mend it. It's beautiful that you're trying to mend it, but there needs to be two to make this happen, and the other person isn't on board as of now. Maybe they will be at a later stage. No obstacle can hold you back now if you're willing to surrender the natural flow of events. Be easy on yourself and others, and watch how smoothly you move forward. You may be surprised where the river takes you. So I would urge you to study, continue study, and